All right, guys, we are going to get a reading in. We're going to get a task that you need to pay attention to, or you may forget about, something that you really need to watch out for. What's going on for you at work, challenge for the week, the good thing that's coming to you this week, shadow work that needs to be done, and your oracle. Then I will pull the sign at the end. And these are upright. Make faces in the mirror. Nobody ever knows. Nobody will ever know you still do this. Just you and your alternate universe self in the mirror. And do nothing with degree. You worked hard and spent a lot of money, but you haven't found a way to use this degree yet. Maybe one day it will pay off, but it is not this day. This is somebody, make a life plan. All right, so I don't know if you're younger or if someone just lost a job. I don't know. I always used to give everybody this advice. If you are really, really, really depressed, go into the mirror, go into the bathroom, and stare at yourself, okay? Like, just stare at yourself. And eventually, while you're standing there staring at yourself, you're going to get into this mindset of this is completely stupid and pointless and retarded. But then it changes your energy, because then you're just focused on yourself, and it just makes you laugh because it's just so stupid. I don't know how to explain this, but I just remember telling that advice to people a long time ago. I haven't thought about it in a while till just now, but maybe somebody is in a depression and they need to go into the bathroom and stare at themselves until they can laugh at themselves, you know? All right, at work. What do we have for at work? Okay, we got someone who is grumpy AF. We have the witch's outcast until someone sleeps with your boyfriend. Then they are needed to do a hex. Okay. The one coworker that can see things from our perspective. If nothing else, at least something on the top shelf. Now this is, okay, the energy that I'm getting. You're grumpy AF. At work, there could be two different styles of people that you come in contact with. The one that will give you very, very, very bad advice. In fact, it's like, you know, all right, I'm going to give an example, and this is not going to be what actually happens, but this is just going to be the example, right? You're with your true person, right? And you go into work and you're just irritated and you're grumpy and you're like, gosh, my man did not take out the trash. I'm just so irritated. Now we're gonna have to wait a whole another week, and you know, we needed to get this trash out. I told him like 1,000 times. Instead of the coworker, okay, you're gonna have two different sides to this. Then you're gonna go to one person, and that person's gonna be like, oh hell no, you don't need to deal with that, honey. Like, you can find someone better than that. Like, dump him and find someone else who can take the trash. And then you're gonna go to the actual coworker who is gonna show you something from a higher perspective. A person who is actually good for your energy, who is going to give you the right advice. And this person may say something like, well, you know, or ask you, you know, well, did they work long hours, or, you know, were they really stressed out? You know, like, you know, they could have been like, well, you know, like, why didn't you take out the trash? You know, maybe like if that person was at work in overtime, you know, you could have ran it out. Like, so that way, you know, it doesn't all fall on this person's shoulders, you know. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like someone is going to point to this person. Now I'm getting the talk to thing. I have seen all week long these videos that talk about, and this, one of them is my favorite. It's this guy, he's talking, and he says he meets somebody that he's known for a really long time. They're like, congratulations on your wedding. And he tells them, congratulations on yours. I see you have a ring too. And the guy's like, no, no, no. There's no congratulations on my side. We're about to get a divorce. You know, she doesn't know how to speak to me. And the guy said, oh, I'm sorry you're going through that, but may I ask, how do you speak to her? You know, this is, you know, and then the person thinks, you know, because with, you know, with respect, with much, when much is given, much is gained. Like, you get what you give. And a female is always a mirror to their true person. They're going to show and mirror back to their man how that man is treating them and how that man is making them feel. So this week at work, literally, if you are trying to vent at work, just know you're going to have someone who's going to lead you in the wrong direction, and you have someone who's going to try to help you see something to help you on the right path. And if it's not at work, it could literally just be someone at work is trying to give you bad advice, and someone else outside of work is trying to give you good advice. I'm just saying, pay attention to the person who's trying to speak life into you instead of death into your connection for this week. That's the energy that I'm getting. Just also, I just heard, be cautious of the one who's trying to give you bad advice. They could purposely be trying to break up your connection. Either they want your person, or they want to see you fail because, I don't know, maybe if you got a promotion above them, they want to see you fail, or they want to feel like their relationship is better than yours. Any of those situations can be what it is. All right. Whew. Challenge for this week. What's the mindset challenge for this week? Public image. Worried about appearances, can't relax, conceited, unpredictable, never know what they'll do, unreliable, live wire. Okay, so yeah, this is literally someone who's the challenge for this week is, I'm getting the energy of someone is too afraid for their buddies to find out about something. Like they're lying, or they're pretending, or they could even be talking bad about their person or hyping up their person, or whatever it is, just to fit in with the group. And that's never a good thing. Like, never a good thing. All right. What's the good thing coming, Spirit? And again, I'm going to say this as I did last time. You know, sometimes bad things come out here, but the bad things are going to be what leads to the good that's coming. This is what's under the deck. All right, so we have an intervention. Rescue others involved. Okay, so here you go. You have someone, you're worried about the public image. Then you have an intervention. Someone who's going to come to you and be like, listen, this could be, I don't know if this is somebody who is getting back with somebody that they talked bad about, and now they're afraid that, hold on one second. Okay, so I'm getting here, someone could be thinking about trying to get back with somebody that they thought was a final, like an ending. I don't know if this person who's wanting to get back together is the person who is just working and working, or if the person that they're thinking about is just working and working. But what I'm getting here ultimately is that this person is just, this person is possibly because they don't know which way to go. This person could have a hard time being able to tell who's honest and who is not honest. Like, this person could really struggle with trying to figure out what the truth is, or who they should believe, or who they should listen to, because this is like an intervention, but we've already seen, you know, multiple people showing up here. And this could be, as well, two people that have opposite views. One person is wanting to have hope and pray and have something that works, and someone else is like, no, this is final, this is a divorce, you know, this is over, you know, I'm just gonna focus on money. So this person is, I don't know if they are, they could have someone in their life who's trying to push this person to be like, listen, you know, you're married. All right, this is one of the things that I heard that really hit me hard. It was, I can't remember, but it triggered me. Like, I really wasn't paying attention, but when I heard this quote, like, it instantly made me focus on it. And it said, you were married by vow. So if you don't figure out how to make it work, you're going to spend the rest of your life in a mental prison, or, you know, attached to that because you made this vow. Now, I know that some can get married in the courthouse and they can do whatever and they can get the paperwork, but this was for straight people who say their vows and do it just between them and God or whatever. You know, when you make a vow like that, it's a lot stronger. Most people think it's easier to break, but it's actually harder. And those are the people that, you know, they have to, what's the word I'm trying to think of? They have to look at all possibilities. Is it possible? Can it be? Is there hope? Or is it really just done? Like done. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. I keep being drawn to hearing that in my head. Find a way to make it work, or you'll spend the rest of your life miserable. And I've heard that from multiple people. So, plugged, tuned in, internet connected, chaser, commitment, divine feminine, happiness, unconditional, done. This is, okay, with plugged in, with the chaser, a commitment, a divine feminine. This looks like whoever the divine feminine is here, or the feminine energy is here, this person is still in the mindset of commitment. It must be the other person, because of how these look. I always also read intuitively. Because of how these look, this looks like two completely different people. This could be a divine feminine that someone was connected to with this commitment, but somebody thought that they could run off. I mean, it could be with the blonde, it doesn't have to be. It's just with somebody else. Somebody else could have believed that someone else was their happiness. Maybe people were telling this person, no, you should be with somebody like this, you know, like you should be with somebody better. Or they seen their friends, you know, like say if someone's with a dark-haired female and their friends are all married to blondes, or this person is more attracted to blondes, and so he drops his feminine, his true person, and then runs off towards something that is not his and not what he really needs. It could just be a temptation, you know, because whenever we are on our soul's path, whenever we are on the right path that God wants us to be, there is nothing more that Satan wants to destroy than that. Because the closer that we get to doing God's work and listening to God and heeding the call of what we say, there is nothing more tempting to the devil than to come and try to tempt us away, because that is literally his sole purpose here, to test us, to literally test us, to see if we are going to stand by God or if we are going to go the opposite way and listen to his temptation. Like, it's not, in a way, it's kind of, what am I trying to say here? For some that are grounded and steady, the devil coming to tempt your relationship is actually a good thing, because someone can say, I will be loyal and I'll be faithful to you forever, but they never get, if the chance never comes up, if the temptation is never there, they can speak the words, but they will never be able to follow with actions. These are us speaking these words. I'm going to be committed to you forever. So the devil's going to come straight in to see if he can pull you apart. You know, are you going to stand by your word? Is, you know, in the old day, they always said a man's word is his bond. Are you going to stand by your word, by your vow, and stay committed to this person? Or is the devil going to be able to break you when he comes in to test you? And he's going to test you with all of the superficial things that you think that you're attracted to. You know, he's not going to come in and tempt you or test you with something that you're not attracted to, because he already knows that it would, yeah, see, forbidden love. Retaliation, cleansing, taking a risk, obsession, entrapment, verge, interview, lockdown, access granted, trash, love affair, crushed, lost, waves. Archangel Michael. Okay. Somebody here is gonna go through a big long test. This is gonna play out over a long period of time, because that was a lot of cards. Okay, Archangel Michael is watching, will be there to be at the end to protect you. So in all of it, you know, when this retaliation or whatever tries to come, this is like someone cheats, and say if the person that they cheated with doesn't want to be with that person anymore, if they don't want to be with the person they cheated with anymore, this person can be like, well, I'm going to go tell your person that you slept with me, or you're with me, or I'm going to tell the whole world, I'm going to tell everybody, which would be why we're worried about the image here. I'm going to get revenge. So they cleanse, whatever, they take a risk, they get with this person may be, yeah, see, because about to confess, or that person could have got pregnant if they slept together, and they could be getting ready to go tell the person that they're in a relationship with, or they're married to, or whatever, And I think what ends up happening is if the first person gets let go, the this is kind of like when a side chick becomes the main woman, then the main woman then now knows that the spot for side chick is open, right? So if a person came in willingly being the side chick, they know that this person that they're with is capable of having someone on the side, because they're not willing to actually commit. They're not willing to commit. They're not willing to be loyal. They're not willing to act with integrity. So now they're taking on this person who they know is not going to fit them long term. And they're going to want to take that spot. So when they take that spot, because they lose the actual person that they were meant to be with, that person takes the spot, and then that opens this up. So I feel like maybe this was a marriage. A blonde or somebody, you know, who looks the opposite of what your person looks like, whatever it is that was, you know, tempting to that person comes in. I mean, it could be something as complete different. It could be race. Someone could be attracted to a different race. It could be their morals. Like maybe you have healed, one person here is healed, and the other person is in the toxic energy. When they're in the toxic energy, they're only attracted to toxic people, which would be why the dirty secrets and the toxicity would come out here. And I think that there is someone in somebody's life who's trying to get this person to realize what's going on, so they actually awaken. And when they realize that that's what they're attracted to, they have the ability to go in, do their shadow work, and do the healing, so that they're not attracted to that toxicity anymore. Like it's that big change in your life. Like women go through a lot of different changes. You know, you have your normal one when you're first young and going into a teenager, and then they have one later in life when they're like 20 or 30 or something. But then when we awaken to the just awaken, like to everything, to the matrix, to everything, the way the world works, to the law of attraction, like attracts like, you know. And then we have to look at then we realize we have to look at ourselves to see what it is that we need to heal within us, so that we stop attracting this negativity. Because if we are attracting negativity, it's because we have negativity within us. So all you have to do is look at the people that you are attracting at that time. And at that time, what were those people like? Because that's going to show you your mindset. That's why they always say, don't leave one relationship and get into another, because more than likely you're in a trauma mindset. You're in a survival mode mindset, which was one of the cards that was just out here, you know, like survival, like going through the, you know, money to try to level up. That's like the flight or fight. So, you know, it's that mindset, and that's what you're going to attract. And that's where you create trauma bonds. That's why it's always good to take a little time to heal yourselves before you go to the next, because that relationship is going to always teach you something. That's how you heal the pain of the past relationships. You feel it to heal it. You find out what that relationship has taught you, how that relationship has made you grow, because everyone has the ability to help you grow, no matter what side you're on, the side that got hurt or the side that did the hurting. You both have a lesson to learn. And then when you heal that, you grow from that. And then when you grow, you attract the next level of people. That's a lot of talking to. And that took a few minutes in between to come back. All right, Spirit. This is going to, well, the fear is, oh my goodness. Fear is trying to come out already. Okay, fear. Face your darkness. It's the only way to find the guiding light. Anxiety, apprehension, and phobias. Okay, for some of you guys, envy and ego. Turn green eyes into a force for self-improvement and inspiration. Jealousy, covetousness, and longing. Ego. Beyond the cascade of ego lies the depth of true character. This could be someone who is trying to stand in their ego because really they're in the mindset of fear. Whoever the person is that can see things from higher perspective, this person envies this person because they have the ability to see something. But anybody who is able to see something from a higher perspective, we don't want to be envied. We don't want to be envied. We want you to level up, to grow and be beside us. We want everyone to heal the same as we has had to do. We don't want you to envy us. No one wants you to envy them if they are on the higher perspective. They want to help you because more than likely they have had to grow through what they had to go through as well, and they know how painful it is. So this person more than likely is going to be there to be supportive, but support does not always sound like cotton candy and sugar drops. Help does not always sound like what you want to hear. Help actually is what you don't desire, what you don't want to hear. You do not help people grow by telling them that they are always right. You do you. You're perfect the way you are. Never change. That is the stupidest shit you can tell anybody. And a long time ago, I would have believed that that is how you do self-care and self-love. That's what I believed was self-care and self-love, until I learned it's not. That's actually also the devil's temptation to keep you stagnant. Because if you do you, if you just stand where you are, if you never change, you never grow. If you hear your partner saying, this hurts me, I don't like when this happens, and you're standing there, in your ego, and you're like, I'm not going to change for you, I'm not going to do this. What you're literally doing is you're telling this person, I want to build an empire with you, but in order to have the tools to build this empire, I have to put down the tools that I have to build this car. But I'm not willing to put down the tools for the car. So I'm just going to keep holding on to the tools from the car and just pray and hope that we can build an empire and these buildings with the tools that I have for this car. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Life is a constant change. Life is a constant change. You're going to have to change. You're going to have to grow into be something better. Not just you, your partner as well. Both of you have got to learn who the other person is. You both have to grow together. If you want to end up going together on this path, you have to grow together. If one person refuses to grow, if one person refuses to put in the work, if one person refuses to go on the path, it's not going to work. It's not. If one person, every time you go to start building this empire, decides, oh wait, hold on a second, I need to go build this doghouse for the neighbors, I need to go build, I I don't know, a swing set for the hot girl that lives down the street. All of these temptations are going to pull away from you building with your partner. You always have to have your mindset and your eyes set on the goal. And I think that this is what this person is trying to show this person. Say, open their eyes and to see the outside world. You have your world, right? You have who you are. This is a matrix. You have your world. The devil is going to try to tempt you away from building your world so that it becomes beautiful, so that it becomes something that you can see the greatness of God, because he was always there to help you build. And all it has to do is just come in as tiny distractions from the devil. And we just think, oh no, this is just a responsibility that I have. And no, it's not. You have to focus on you. You have to grow you. You have to work on your family. You have to work on your partnership. You have to stop being tempted by outside forces, by outside anything, you know, that from whether it's sex, drugs, alcohol, like even family or friends that talk bad about your partner. You know, you cannot be swayed by the words or the temptation of the devil, because that's what the devil wants. Golden Palace almost popped out. One Ring Circus. Number 15. Whew. Independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognize that all the wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Be discerning about your partnerships at this time. When you know who you are, you have a healthy sense of where you are, and others begin. You're able to enter into the best kind of relationships and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. All right, so this is saying, you know, when you become someone who is in the right state of mind, in the right state of mentality, in, you know, when you have your goals, you have the ability to attract those who will fit with you. Now, if your partner keeps running off and cheating, there's, you know, like after you've been together for a long time, they could have changed, they could have stepped off of your path, or you could have leveled up and you guys no longer aligned. For that to come together, that person would have to level up so that you guys align again, so that you guys can be on the same path. But I don't know. Let me see here. Okay, never mind. I know what this is. Spirit just told me. You're attracting people of the higher mentality because you are now seeing what, whoever this is, whoever was the one that was cheating, who, you know, now is like worried about the public image or whatever. They are now attracting people who have like healthy relationships, like healthy marriages. These people are coming around and they're attracting that because they're now maybe they've pulled off and they've healed. And these people are coming into their life, and these people have the ability to show this person, you know, the true path that they need to go on. Because when you rise, you attract those, you know, who have risen as well. And the one thing that I would say is, look at the person who is giving you the advice. Look at the person who's giving you the advice. Where are they in life? There's two type of people who can give you really, really, really good advice. There's only two. Okay, because there is 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, you know, that you can have that can do this. First off, they have to be impartial to whether your relationship works or it doesn't. Like someone who is outside of your family, they're going to give you advice from logic, not from heart, because remember, the heart will deceive you. And those people that are impartial, the two people that can help you the most, the ones who are in happy, healthy relationships that can show you the right way to do something, and the people who have failed and tried and been the healthy partner in a relationship but have failed, and it's failed and it's failed and it's failed. Those people can be the warning people, the warning readers, the ones that can show you what you shouldn't do. Because why? Because they've been there. They've been through that fire. They've been through that darkness, and they can show you the way through it, the way out of it, how you can make it through this, the steps that you don't want to take so that you don't end up destroying something that could be beautiful by falling into this temptation. Whether it's the temptation of the way that someone sees you, or the way that someone makes you feel, or, you know, feeling like your partner isn't as pretty as your new co-workers, buddies, or what wives or whatever. I don't know what your situation is here, but there's someone here who is more worried about what people on the outside of your relationship is gonna see and think about it than you, their actual partner. They're not. And so when you don't feel whole, when you don't feel right, say if this person feels like all of their buddies' girlfriends are hotter than their girlfriend, right? Or you, or I'm not saying it's you. I'm not saying that you're unattractive or anything. I'm just saying this can be a mindset. This is just an example. I'm not saying you're ugly. I'm not saying that anybody's better. I'm just giving this as an example. If a guy feels that all of his coworkers, buddies' wives are hotter, and this is a person who stands in their ego, who has to be perfect. This stems from a narcissistic tendency. They don't have to be narcissistic. Their narcissistic tendencies and narcissism is two completely different things. But this is just a trait that is learned from a narcissist from younger years, whether it's friends, parents, you know, relationships, whatever. Anyways, so when they feel like their success is based upon how hot their woman is, you know, that's going to make them feel like there's a hole missing inside of them if you no longer fit that bill. And it has nothing to do with the person that they feel is not pretty enough or not good enough. It has everything to do with that person having that hole, that not feeling like they're good enough. If they felt like they were good enough, then they wouldn't have to try to run off to try to find someone who they feel is just a little bit better than the person that they're with, because more likely they're going to attract trash. Because a love affair, it doesn't matter how hot this person is. I'm even seeing 2 keys here. This person could be like living a double life. Yeah. But when a man does not feel whole, that's when, or a woman, when they don't feel whole in themselves, that's when they start cheating to find something to fill that void. People do this in many different ways. When they don't feel whole, they will go after other women. They will go after monetary things. They will, you know, go after drinking or drugs or gambling. Everybody always tries to heal their self with something outside of themselves. when really what they need to do is go inside themselves, find out what the actual problem is, why they keep attracting this or why this keeps happening, and heal that within themselves. When they heal that within themselves, that's when this person will feel whole, and they'll be in this new mindset to where people can come in, because then they're going to attract people with the right mindset, you know. And at any point in time, you know, this person could have been on the right mindset at one point, like say at the beginning of your relationship. That's why your relationship bloomed and grew. Maybe he was surrounded by a bunch of people that were good, you know, good people, and then all of a sudden, you know, here's the devil. I'm going to switch up all the people that you work with, and I'm going to put you in with a bunch of hoes or a bunch of player types or a bunch of young kids who have not grown up and realized, you know, the value of your partner. It has nothing to do with what your partner looks like. It has everything to do with how your partner treats you, how they're loyal to you, how they act with integrity when you are with them and when you are away from them. You know, it has to, you know, it's that safety. So you know that, you know, if you leave your partner alone for the weekend, they're not going to just run off to strip clubs or, you know, go sleep with strippers and bring back STDs, you know, because here in this person's line of sight on this path, this is an option. Now, hopefully you're at the beginning of this where this has not happened yet, but for a lot of you, this has already started, where this person has already been tempted away by the temptations of the devil, you know. So, but don't worry, because at any time you can change your perspective and stop worrying about what other people think. Because the great thing about always telling the truth, you never have to remember what you said, and you never have to worry about something coming to bite you in the ass, because you've always told the truth. This says, hoity-toity, champagne taste with a beer budget. This person is arrogant and pretentious, sneaky snake, going behind your back, deceitful swindler. Negativity, like a dark cloud above you, depressed, extreme moods, roving eyes, keeping possibilities open, obvious flirt, disrespectful. Yeah, this could be your person either in the past, right now, or what's coming in the future. Like, this is somebody who, the second that you leave them alone, they're going to start hitting on the next girl that walks in, or anytime someone comes and flirts with them, they're going to flirt back, and they're not going to stop them. They're not going to say, hey, I'm in a relationship, this is not okay. And that's what everybody should do. When someone comes at you and they start flirting with you and they start crossing a boundary, one, if it's online or it's people that, you know, someone knows that they shouldn't be doing that, if you tell this person once, if they continue, you need to instantly cut that person off. And it's not worry about public image of, oh, then everyone's going to think that you're, you know, maybe it's like the hoity-toity, whatever, like thinking that you're too good for someone to flirt with you. And it's not. It's like, whenever you're doing right, the toxic people are going to make fun of you. But here's the thing. You still, in life, you're gonna make sacrifices either way you go. One, you're either gonna sacrifice your relationship so you can please the people that are, you know, making fun of you for being so good to your partner or whatever. Or you're gonna sacrifice the people that are making fun of your partner and have your partner. In this story that I just told about how there were good people and then there was a whole bunch of bad people that came in, I want you to think about that. There's already been a huge change within this person's friendship group. they've already lost one set of people that were around them all the time. Now they have a new one. Are they sure that those people are going to stick around, or is their partner going to stick around? That's kind of what, this is kind of what I'm feeling, is that someone has to decide where their loyalty lies. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm pulling first just for the main, and then I'll add in the signs that have already been read. 1, 2, oh my gosh. And 3, oh gosh, okay. Now I gotta add in these here. 1, 2, and 3. And then the bottom is any sign. Okay, Taurus placements, any placement. Aquarius sun, Gemini sun, Leo sun, Virgo sun, Sagittarius sun, Scorpio sun, Cancer sun. Okay, and Taurus, any placement. This is any of these placements: Gemini, Scorpio, Leo, Virgo, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Cancer. This is, if you have this sun sign, you have the possibility to be in this story. It doesn't matter whether you're the DM being tested. It doesn't matter whether you are the person who is doing the testing. It doesn't matter whether you are the feminine on the outside. You take your part in this story wherever it may fit. You may be the person that's telling somebody, you know, leave them, do this, instead of the person who's telling them, you know, maybe you can work on this. Maybe you can fix this. You may be the person that's telling this person, you know, maybe you can fix this. Take whatever part in this big, intricate story that you feel is your part. But here, there is somebody in the balance. And right now, I'm still feeling like they're in the crossroads, but I don't know. I feel like they may have started to go off onto the wrong path. They may have already done all of the bad. But if they haven't yet, be the person that shows somebody that if they are in a relationship, if they are in a marriage, or if they are in a commitment, to do right by that person. To help them see, you know, if they could make it work. Because more than likely, the path that shows here, if they go off and they leave their person, what's coming for them is literally trash. The people that they're going to attract in the energy that they're in is trash. It's people that are going to deceive them. It's people that are going to use them. It's people that are going to say whatever they want to say to get whatever it is that they want to get. And then whenever it's all said and done, you know, leave this person. So be encouraging, not discouraging. This month, make sure you are trying to uplift people, trying to help them grow in their relationship, helping them find the hope in something again, and maybe pointing them in the right direction instead of in the wrong one. Because we've come so far in this world, and you know, you can't ever really know who you're marrying, because people can change so easily nowadays. You know, with free will, anybody can change at any point in time. And you know, maybe back in the day, the public image is what held a lot of relationships together, because everyone, you know, thought that, you know, if you get divorced, it was wrong, it was bad, all that kind of stuff, which I don't wish it on anybody, because it's painful. It's really painful. You know, a divorce takes a lot out of you. Because literally, it takes the piece that you're attached to. Kind of like a mother that's having a child, you know. After this mother gives birth, or she has an abortion, or she, you know, gets rid of the child, that child has left cells within her body from that child. That child's cells that were left within this feminine's body literally help protect this feminine. When things go wrong inside her body afterwards, they go to try to fight it. They try to help heal their mother, you know? So it's kind of like that. When you have a divorce or when you separate, you leave parts of you with that person. Even if you just sleep with somebody, you are creating a soul bond with them. A soul bond is where you sleep together and you exchange karma. You exchange, you know, your life essence. If you have a lot of good karma built up and that person has a lot of bad karma built up, you're going to give them some of your good karma and they are going to give you some of their bad. So you have to really pay attention to who it is that you're going to be with, what type of person they are, you know. Are they always looking to better the situation, or are they always looking to do whatever is convenient, or do whatever, you know, is tempting them at the moment? You need to look at who they are, like, fully before you commit to them, because, you know, if you have to separate, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot of people, maybe more than just you and this other person. You know, because then you have kids, you have parents, you have people that, you know, saw you as, you know, family members or whatever. You know, it hurts a lot of people. So don't take it lightly. Don't take a separation lightly. You know, if you can fix it, fix it. If you can bring hope back to it, bring hope back to it. But if, like, someone's going off and cheating, or bringing home STDs, or if you can't trust this person to go out and, you know, not, like, stare at every woman and, you know, talk about other women behind your back, you know, or men, you know, or men, because it happens both ways. I'm not saying it only happens one. I'm just talking from my point of view. If you can't trust those people, then unless that trust is built back, then it's not going to work, because that's always going to have you in survival mode. So you need to figure out who you are, where you are, what your next steps really and truly need to be, and then take your steps from there. Yeah. Either way, you got this. You'll be okay. Remember, Archangel Michael is there at the end. Whenever it gets to the point when you feel like you're going to give up, Archangel Michael is going to be right there. Okay? So if you need him, remember the Bible says you have not because you ask not. The angels are not allowed to interfere in your free will unless you ask them. If you want to know which way you are supposed to go, instead of listening to the temptations of the world, ask the angels, ask Archangel Michael, ask, you know, God, ask whoever to show you a sign of which way you're supposed to go, and then test the spirit to make sure it's the right one, and then go whichever way that is. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Oh my gosh, I keep wanting to, like, hiccup and burp and all kinds of craziness. So obviously this is a big one. Maybe it's the reason why this one was so long. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, that's what I have for you guys. I hope this helped. If you like this video in any way, shape, or form, please hit the like, subscribe down below. That way you'll get notified of the next video. Until next time, as always, stay weird.